I'm one that I have to get outside and do something. I get outdoors and then I do hunting, fishing.
Dalen Toms can often be found casting a line into the mountain streams of West Virginia. Ever since he was a young boy, Dalen was either out enjoying nature or at his other favorite hangout, the ball field.
He was a natural. He started sports when he was 4 years old. Sports was his thing. He lived for it, lived and breathed sports.
But one sport quickly became his favorite.
His older brother was the first one to get into wrestling, and I dragged Dalen along to his older brother's stuff, and he couldn't wait until he was old enough to do it.
And when he finally got his shot, Dalen found success on the mat.
I wrestled 1 year of it when I was little. I got matched, I lost in states, got second.
Over the years, this competitive fire ultimately helped Dalen become a three-sport standout, as well as an honor roll student. But early one August morning, right before the first football practice of the season, his life would change forever.
Went to wake him up, and I couldn't hardly get him to wake up. It was really hard to wake up, and once I got him awake, he was slurring his speech.
Tests at a local medical clinic indicated Dalen's condition was serious. He would be taken to the local hospital.
They took him and did a CAT scan, and it come back just massive swelling and infection in the brain.
Dalen was then transported by ambulance to a regional hospital, his condition steadily worsening.
By the time I got parked and got up to the room, they had him in ICU, and I got in there, and he didn't even know my name. He didn't know who I was no more. The swelling just kept getting worse and worse to the point that his brain started rupturing. It ruptured twice in the frontal lobe, left frontal lobe, which controls, your emotions, your behavior, almost everything that makes you you. I remember I went downstairs and I called my sister. I was all alone at the hospital. It was just me and him. And I called my sister bawling, and I said, I think he's gonna die. I think he's dying. I don't know he's not getting better. God's always been a big part of my life, and that was one of them times to where, it's like, I give it all to you, and
Dalen would eventually stabilize. His diagnosis was HSV encephalitis, which is often caused by the common cold sore. After almost a month in ICU, Dalen was released from the hospital, but the life he once knew was a distant memory.
He didn't know where he lived. He got to the point after the brain ruptured, he lost memory of everybody's names. He knew I was Mom, but he didn't know my name no more. Lost his ability to read and write. His speech was impaired.
Basic skills such as telling time and recognizing the alphabet would all have to be relearned. Doctors warned that he wouldn't regain everything he had lost and that his wrestling days were over.
I couldn't tell him. I couldn't tell him. And because I knew that I almost felt like if I told him that, he'd give up.
Determined, Dalen began the long journey to recover what had been lost.
I would set goals, and I would push myself. I'd write down names on cards and kind of study them, say them over and over until I got them down. It was really hard. I felt it was embarrassing too. I'm the best friends with them and then forget their name, just like that. I would feel lonely where I had trouble talking to other people. I kind of felt like I had no friends because I couldn't really talk to them. I would have moments that I just wanted to give up.
But then came a glimmer of hope as a new neurologist gave Dalen the go-ahead to play sports again.
He said, get him back to doing what he used to do, and you're going to see his recovery take off a lot faster.
It was a real good feeling to just hear him say I can get back into sports. It was a real good feeling.
But the dominance he once displayed on the mat was gone. Dalen was once again starting over, but still grateful for the second chance.
I want to get back and just be back in the sport. I was just happy to be able to get back into it. Then I started kind of pushing myself a little bit, like I want to get better, I want to get back in shape.
He accomplished far more than just that. After almost 2 years away from the sport, Dalen won his first match in his return. He was once again enjoying the sport he loved when a new opportunity arose. to compete in the Virginia Commonwealth Games. The games bring together thousands of amateur athletes with the goal of inspiring them to new heights. For Dalen, they did just that. He won all 3 of his matches by pin and walked away with a gold medal, an unlikely outcome considering his days as a competitive athlete were once thought to be finished.
I was so excited, and it was just so nice to win it, and actually get first on something and get the gold medal. I was so happy.
I'm so proud of him. I'm just so proud.
An inspiring victory, but for Dalen, it's just one stop on the road back. His next goal, to become a West Virginia state champion.